everyone, it's Joy here for Crafty Meraki, and I am going to be sharing this super fun die cut cards celebrating birthdays. I am using the Sweet Celebrations die here. We're going to use the cupcake, the frosting, the cute little lollipops. I do end up using the bow, and I'm also using cherries. So I have die cut everything from colored cardstock. I have die cut 2 of the cupcake holders, one in a teal color and one in a gold mirror. And as you can see, I left the gold mirror showing at the top. I just wanted a little touch of gold, a little something extra. So that's why I did it that way. You don't have to double it, but I just thought it was really cute. Then we have these 3 cherries. We have our cherry stems that I'm just going to pop in place here. What I love about these dies is that they're kind of extra big, so it really does fill up an A2 size card easily, and it turned out so cute. Now we have our lollipops here that I have die cut the sticks from a gold mirror cardstock. Then we have the pink and the blue for the base of our lollipops, and my little stick tool was not working right then. Then for each lollipops, you have 2 different sizes of swirls, and you're gonna link them together. And how I linked them was I looked in the center, and the center pieces kind of linked in together, and then you see how the swirl looks like this. That's how you know it's gonna lay out right. And then you just adhere that down onto your lollipop. So I'm going to make sure those center pieces are linked, and the key is you have to get the smaller and the bigger of the swirl. If they're the same size, this won't work. So I'm going to pop this in place with some liquid glue. Then I have die cut 3 of the frosting pieces. So you have this back piece, and then you have these little pieces here. I die cut these from the same color of light pink cardstock, but I will show you towards the end of the video how I'm going to highlight these little detail pieces here and make them stand out and pop. I am using 3 because you can add all 3 together, and when you add your elements, you can tuck your lollipops in, you can tuck your cherries in, and it looks like it's sitting inside the frosting. So that's why I have 3 of these, and I will show you how I do that here in just a little bit. But you can see this really does go together quickly. They line up nicely. And you do get a layering guide when you get these dies, and that is super helpful just to kind of see how things are supposed to line up together, but really it's super, super simple. We're going to finish up the second one here, and there are a couple little pieces to this. I picked these really fun, bright colors. It felt like a celebration. It feels like a birthday party, having pinks and teals, and then you have these pops of red with the cherries, which I think is really a lot of fun and so super cute. I also do end up die cutting the bow. I didn't have it here. I wasn't going to do that originally, but I thought it ended up looking really cute on the cupcake holder, so I do die cut that from gold mirror cardstock, and we will add that together. Okay, so those pieces are done. Here is that bow. This is the piece that wraps around. I'm going to line that up. And then you have 2 pieces to the bow. You could do these in different colors. I just wanted to keep it simple with the gold. Again, adding a little gold. I love gold, so I like to add touches of gold when I can. So I felt it appropriate to do it with the bow. And then I can add that right to the center. And there we go. Now we have that all nice and set up. Okay, so I'm going to add some liquid adhesive at the bottoms of my frosting. I add the 2 pieces together in the back. I added the one in the front and the center. And then that is going to give us this mound of frosting. And the tops aren't glued together because I only added the adhesive at the bottom. Then for my background, I am using a 6x6 embossing folder. It's the Micro Dots embossing folder from Pink and Maine, and that's going to be our background. And then I have a die cut sentiment from scrapbook.com that says "Let's eat cake." I have die cut the sentiment twice from black cardstock, and then the shadow piece is once from white cardstock. And I know it's hard to see what I'm doing here. I apologize. My background being black, but I layered them together to give the sentiment some dimension. Now I'm going to adhere those to the white background, the shadow background here. And the black again is doubled up, and that's going to give us a little extra dimension for the sentiment. And then we can add the letters C-A-K-E for cake. My little tool here, I need to replace that tip because it just kept falling apart. Here's the K, and then we can do the E. And this is a really nice, fun, big sentiment, and I like the pop of black against all these other bright colors. I'm going to add some foam adhesive behind my cupcake here. We're going to align this on the left side of my card panel. There's foam adhesive behind my sentiment. We're going to adhere that to the top. And then I can put in my little decorative elements kind of around that sentiment and fill up some of that white space. But look how I can tuck that cherry in, and it looks like it's sitting in the top of that frosting. I just think it's so much fun. This other cherry I'm going to have at the bottom. I like to kind of bring your eye down and have a little something extra down here. And we're going to add some extra things to our cupcake here. I did add some foam adhesive behind the lollipops. And then I'm going to adhere this cherry here. Now I'm adding some white gel pen highlights to the cherries. I will add some to the lollipops just to give a little shiny effect. And then I want to bring in a pink glitter pen. This is what I was talking about that I want to add to that top layer of frosting. So the extra layer that we adhered on, this is going to make this stand out just a little bit different, and it's going to give it a nice, fun, glimmery shine, which I think is really fun when you're celebrating something. You need a little bit of bling. I'm also going to add it to the light pink layer on the lollipop and the dark pink layer on the lollipop. Just those two to give the lollipops a little extra something there as well. Then I thought it would be fun to bring in some of these colors, and I'm going to be using pops of color from scrapbook.com. I'm using a turquoise water, flamingo, and raspberry kiss, and I'm going to add dots to this cupcake here, so like little sprinkles that you would sprinkle on, and I'm just kind of adding them willy-nilly. I'm trying not to be perfect about it. I do struggle with that. So we have that dark turquoise, that dark pink, and then I have a light pink, and I'll kind of come back in and fill in more. I just like to get kind of the base colors down, and then I can see where I need to add more of a turquoise, more of this dark pink. I did add a turquoise dot to the center of the bow, and I'm going to add the dark pink to the centers of the lollipops as well. Look at how cute that's turning out. These kind of finishing touches really does add a lot to your card. Let's take a look at this up close and look how fun and colorful this is. I love these dies. They are so much fun to create with. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope that you enjoy this project, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.